I was watching, man. No, this one here, I got it from training. I landed that. So.
How is that one?
I'm your second race. We are sharing.
That one is similar to the ISU. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We are sharing the money. I'm the rest.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this Serie A matchup between Police versus Ndejje, and I'll be bringing you this commentary here this evening with the DJ Moses. Yes, and yeah. We expect to have such an exciting matchup here between Police versus Ndejje. Of course, Ndejje having had a tough loss against Sporters last weekend, a 3-0 loss for them. They'll be looking to take away 3 points here, and Police as well will be looking to go away with 3 points this weekend, having also lost to UCU 3-0 as well. So both teams are coming into this game with fire, of course, to see how they can go away with these points. But on the lineup for Police today, we do not see Brian, being as it is a Saturday. So we are seeing their usual players that we see most times, and of course we are not seeing Eli as well, unless maybe he will be coming in late. But we are not having him as well. So it seems like Police is not having their go-to attackers, the usual that we know. So they'll be going back to their other players this evening. We are seeing Ndejje, John Paul as their receiver attackers, of course Bulgaria as the opposite, and then having Sharif setting for them, Igune in the middle there as well. So that is the lineup for Police at the moment. And then, of course, Ndejje starting up, Komakech, Martin, John Joel as the setter, having Vincent there as the receiver attacker as well, Hadupa in the middle, and Fairuz in the receiver attacking position as well. So I think it's going to be an exciting game. Yes, and Ndejje is starting out here with the service. Yes, let's see how it's going to go for them. They're starting the setter out in service and starting very high block there on the front court against Police. But Police is also that team that fights so hard. So we expect to see them putting up a very, very huge fight here. It's a good serve. Setter starts us off with a backcourt there, but ball is kept alive. And again, Ndejje going to Martin, and no point. This time the setter looking for Bulgaria in the backcourt, but he is shut down with that high block. And Ndejje getting their first point here off a block. All right, Ndejje having a good start up here with 2-point lead, and we are expecting it really to be a very challenging game, of course, despite Ndejje now being 3 points there, having a wonderful start with the block now, and also with good score from Ndejje again. 4 points right now for Ndejje. It's a good start, really.
Yeah, it's going to be the trend of this game, because before the game started, of course, both teams were warming, but Ndejje had started warming earlier. And you saw the body language when the Police squad was coming in. They seemed not to be ready for the game. They didn't even get enough time to warm. But of course now, John Joel errors in service, and Police have gotten themselves 1 point.
Yes, with that service error, he is able to give Police the side out that they were looking for. Yes, and now maybe they could start from there.
Yeah. So Sharif, of course, goes for the service and errors, and that of course extends the lead of Ndejje to 5 points to 1.
Yes, and you wouldn't really expect your setter to have a service error. Setters tend to be the best of servers on their teams. But that's a good set, a good play from Ndejje to keep that alive, especially from Igune. And this time the setter goes after Bulgaria, and that's a very powerful swing from him.
Yeah.
Goes off the head of the blockers there.
Yeah, of course those are tall blocks you could see there, and of course the ball was very fast. I think Bulgaria was too fast on it, and actually from the outside blocker he had already taken off Martin there. So of course the hands were exposed, and that's how Bulgaria was able to get. And of course that is the second service error for Team Police, and that is Johnny. We have seen quite a lot from Johnny in terms of service errors. The previous games he has been playing, and of course we continue with the game. Very good block from Adupa, and of course Komakech they are combining to bring down David Say. Yes, of course the cover was there, but the ball was too quick to go onto the ground. And now Ndejje are leading Police by 5 points. Good service from Martin, and again looking for Bulgaria. Sharif goes and is brought down.
Yes, that high hands from Fairul on that block, and it's just a blocking party here for both sides. When ball is on the other side,
Yes,
they
big
don't
swing
want it.
off the hands of Brian, of course Bulgaria as we know him, and Johnny cannot move to that deeper position to pick that ball.
Yes, and of course Ndejje goes away with that point. But take a look at that point lead that Ndejje is starting with. They've had a wonderful start, really, 6-point lead. And Martin coming in there with a good serve, good pick, and Igune is able to just bring in a big swing and shut that down and give his team a quick side out. But that's a good set there from Sharif, good connection from him to get that ball to Igune.
Of course that should be very easy for Sharif because Igune is a fast player, and when a setter has a faster player in the middle, his job is somehow made easier, and I think that is what Sharif and Igune are trying to do here. But of course when you look at it, like I mentioned earlier, warming is very key in a game, and that is what is happening to Police right now. They are struggling because Ndejje had earlier warmed up, and now you can see the lead is getting more and more exposed.
Yes, and also you can see the Ndejje defense on the net is good in this set. They've started well, they're making those blocks. There's literally almost no way through for the Police side. Good pick there from John Paul. This time David Say comes in very hard and takes advantage of that late block and gets a quick swing. A good attack from him, and I want to see what difference is going to be on the Police side today, because like I mentioned, they're not having their go-to attackers around today. There are players that we've been seeing pushing them. Ellie, we are not seeing Brian as well, so they are going back to David Say and John Paul, but we've seen David Say coming in as a substitute and making good plays. So let's see how that will be.
Yeah, and of course Fairuz goes high on the blocks of Sharif and Masaba Escobar, as we know him, and of course the cover can't retrieve that ball. Ndejje 10 and Police still trailing, of course, with 4 points.
Fairuz serving, good pick from John Paul, and a quick set, and Escobar takes that very fast and shuts it down. Good effort from the setter. That ball was literally going over to the other side, and he just finds it right on time, sets up his middle, and is able to get that point.
David Say goes right at Vincent, who comes up, but of course the errors there on attack. And
yes, and Vincent hasn't had a start on the team in a while,
yes,
but I think this is his first start. It's been a while, and I think maybe he will be looking to put up a good play today, because we see Emma Kato has started out as well as Chitosi being there on the bench with the coach, maybe to give the view from the outside.
Okay, and of course now Police is trying to pick up. Now the lead has been cut to about 3 points, 7-10. And I think that is a good play, of course, from the server, that is David Say. He's going right at Vincent, and of course the libero Happy, trying to force him to move, as you can see there.
Good swing from the middle by Adupa. Yes, it's a wonderful attack from him. Very, very good play there. I think even Masaba was, I think he was a little bit late on that jump,
Yeah.
and doesn't even get a touch. Service there from Adupa. Sharif sends the ball there to John Paul. He's blocked and then able to keep that ball in play. And this is what I've been talking about. The Ndejje net defense is very psyched in this game.
Yeah, they are really, especially when Martin comes on front court there, you can see he commands the block and he's able to move. And I think he's very, very able to read, of course, also the sets of Sharif. Yeah, and Johnny
The
fails to
free ball.
receive.
It's a free ball once again, but that doesn't actually go over. But I don't know what happened to Ndejje on that free ball. It was sort of like a free ball, but it wasn't well picked, if I should
I
say.
think the communication backcourt there for someone to take care of that ball was not there since the libero was off court. I think someone should own up that responsibility. If you're not maybe going to attack that ball maybe from the backcourt line, maybe Fairuz can come and pick it. But of course, looking at the police side, if you saw it very well, we have just seen Eli make his entrance there. So maybe he will be able to feature in this game. But as for now, Ndejje are still leading, of course.
It's a good pick there. The set again goes to John Paul. Very good cross-court attack from him. You can see maybe the blockers would have expected him to go to the line, but he still forces his swing to the cross-court and there is no block there and he's able to get that point. But of course, Police is still trailing and they need to see how to push. Good defense there from Police. It's a free ball for Ndejje and this time Happy takes it and ball goes to Fairuz, but he can only dump it. Again, John Paul goes cross court and gets that point and gives Police another chance as well.
I think John Paul is not aiming at looking at the court right now because those are towers of blocks. You can see Martin and Komakech when they go up, they're really so high. So he's just looking for the fingers there to maybe get a point, and that is what he's doing.
Yes, and that's a smart play from him at the moment because the Ndejje block has been very tough. But then Sharif there ends that run for Police with a service error. And this is his second service error in this set. And of course, Vincent going into serve, also quite a good server for the Ndejje side. And now having Fairuz on the front court. It's a good front court for Ndejje at the moment. Oh, service error from Vincent Ndejje. I think both teams are having a few service errors so far.
Yeah, and of course now Johnny has already lost a service and he's going to serve again. Hopefully he does it well this time round.
Oh, it's a good serve from him, but of course Happy makes that look easy. But it's a block out for Police. A combination there of Igune and Bulgaria, and they don't keep it in play. Martin to serve. Wonderful service from him, and John Paul decides to take a swing on that one, but it's an error from him.
I don't know if that is a swing because he just went on casual trying to play the ball over, and you don't expect, you look at that, you don't expect something like that from an attacker of his quality. Give it to them maybe and let the team try to form and defend, but not just throw it in the net.
Yes, service error again from Ndejje's side, and this time from Martin. But you can see 4-point lead. It's not over until it's over usually, as I keep mentioning. So Police has a chance, and Igune is a good server as well. And now they're having Escobar on the front court. A service from Igune. It's a good set, but Fairuz is blocked. I think it was a little tight on the net, and he has nothing much to do with it. With that high block there as well set up for him, there's not much he can do. I think the setter needs to be able to connect with his attacker better to be able to get the side out. Back set, oh, a little tight, and they're unable to keep it in place. But then, how many touches are those from the police side? I felt like they were more than. There wasn't a touch
There
on the
wasn't
block,
a touch on
and
the
you
ball,
can
of
see
course.
those are more than
Yes.
3 touches.
I think that's why the Ndejje players were relaxed even to put an effort to try to defend that ball, because
Yes, those were several
they really
touches,
didn't
but
touch
the
that ball.
The referee just gave it to police.
Yes, off the hands, of course, of Johnny, of David Say and Escobar there. Komakech going high on them.
And that's Komakech's first point on attack so far.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's going in to serve. Good pick from John Paul. This time Sharif sends that ball to David Say. And has he got a touch? Yes, he did. Let's take a look once again and see if he was able to get that touch off of John Joel. Yes, he does get a very clean touch off his hands, and it's a wonderful score. Police is just now looking for 2 points, and they're going after the receiver attacker with their service. This time the setter looks for Adupa, but the connection is not yet still there, and Adupa misses. But there is a net touch from the police side, and of course Ndejje survives on that one. Very lucky.
Yeah, as usual, of course, the Escobar was late, and that's why he was caught on the net there. But I think the pressure, of course, is going to keep piling on the receivers of Ndejje, because police have decided to go out and serve directly to them. The ball is retrieved, of course, and Vincent, smart play, and of course he scores.
Oh, wonderful play there from Vincent.
I think he
Very
was
smart.
too early to enter inside the box, of course, and the ball was also higher, and that's why he could see he had just to look for the simplest way possible to play that ball.
Yes, but police is calling their first time out of this game, maybe to see how they can push themselves again, because they are trying to close that 6-point gap, and now it's now going back. It's now 4. It was 2, now 4 again, and we are getting into the very late game. So they need to see how they can side out as quickly as they can. Good service from Ndejje. This time David Say tries to go for that line, but there's just no space, and he takes that ball out onto the antenna, and Ndejje hits that 20-point mark. John Joel had completely sealed off that line, and David Say didn't have anywhere to go. A little tough there for Apollo John Paul, but he's able to get it. And this time, David Say is able to get that point. Take a look at that replay. Good effort there from the setter to be able to set him up and get that point. And police has a chance to serve again. This time, David Say, that ball is picked by Happy. The setter chooses to go to Komakech, but that is an error from him on that attack. And again, police gets another point. Service error from David Say, and police, their side out just ends there, and Ndejje pushes again 1 point. And they're now 21 points. They just need 4 points to be able to take away this set and have an advantage.
Yeah, like of course I mentioned earlier on, the police players who were not here made their entrance, and of course they are trying to prepare themselves, maybe make their appearance in this first set. But of course, according to the rules, they are on time because the first set is still on, so they will be able to play. Of course, that is Brian and Ellie. They are all around now.
Yes, and we see that Komakechi is able to give Ndejje another point, and now there's a service error that comes in from Adupa, and Police gets that side out as well. So they have a chance to serve, and they are getting a good server into that service box.
Yeah.
So this speaks advantages for them really. So if they're able to defend on the net and their backcourt as well, maybe the service could actually help them to push and catch up. As you can see, it's a little tough there, and they get a free ball. The setter goes to John Paul, and Ndejje is able to keep that alive. Fairuz sends back a free ball. This time Sharif looks for the backcourt, and yes, he gets that point. That's Bulgaria.
Yeah, I'm seeing as though Bulgaria is not comfortable. I don't know if that is a ball they agreed to attack, because it's kind of moving away from the right position where it's supposed to hit it from, and he's going to get off court a bit and bring it back on court, and he was lucky there to score that point.
Yes, he struggled a little bit, and you could see that's an error from the setter, and those are 2 points now. You can see Police is catching up. It's a very late game, and the server is good.
Yeah,
they have a big advantage to be able to actually push Ndejje to their limits. Another good serve. It's well picked this time, and of course the setter definitely goes to the middle, but Sharif tries to send it down. Fairuz high off the hands of Igune, and Ndejje finally gets a break. Just 2 points away now from taking the victory of this set. Do you think it was a good idea there? Really?
No.
With the libero there?
It was not really a good idea, because look at the front court Ndejje has there. It had a setter on front corner. I think Johnny could have been able to score that ball if Sharif had set it over there in position 4. Now they are giving out a free ball to Ndejje, who are having advantage of course, Martin there, and you can see.
Yes, he gives them that point, and it's the first set point for Ndejje in this game.
Because matching the two players, of course, Martin and Igune. Martin attacks a higher ball, and Igune is late even to jump to try and maybe block it. And now Ndejje just have 1 point, and the set will be theirs.
Yes, and Police is now calling the second timeout of this game. They really had that advantage with the serve coming in from Masava Escobar, as he's known. But now they need to see how to side out quickly and see how they can maybe catch up, because Ndejje is just looking for one, and we've seen that their net defense has been very impressive. The blocks are there. They're having Komakech there, they're having Martin, and of course Vincent as well. So 3 attackers on the front court. The setter is having options, and he knows he's having a good block on the net. So Police needs to find a way to side out quickly, but you can see the reception is not the best, but they get another chance, and the defense is there. Setter goes to Vincent, and it's an attack error, and Police saves that first set point.
Yeah, I think Vincent is not good at playing emergency sets, but I think that is a good set, of course, from John Joel, and he should have found a way to salvage this set for his side. And now Sharif is going to serve.
Oh, and that's a good touch there from the setter, and good connection from Martin, and Ndejje takes away this first set against Police, and I think they've played quite wonderfully. The blocks have been on. They've been trying to minimize their attacking errors. We've not seen so many, but of course the Police side, we've seen a little bit of struggle on the net defense. The net defense there's barely any blocks so far from their side.
I think the blockers are flat-footed there. You could see how they are always late, especially the middle blockers. Escobar always late on Adupa there, and so is Gune on Martin. If they really have to come back into this game, they need to work on that. And maybe we could say that maybe they are not warm, but these points have just, look at the points they have gotten in this set, even if they are not warm. So I believe in the second set, if they do much, they can really get Ndejje to test.
Yes, and we are looking forward to an exciting second set, surely. More competitive, I guess, because maybe the police side could push harder, especially on the service. And I seem to be seeing Ellie there on the bench in the warm-up. I think, like I mentioned, he could have been running late.
Yeah.
But if he's on and he's warm and he's able to play, maybe that could bring on a big difference for the police side as well. So let's wait for the second set and see how that will go. And we are back with the second set here. Ndejje having that first set, and Police down to 0 sets. But we are starting this game 1-1, and Police having that service as well. John Paul serving. Good pick from Happy. John Joel able to set Martin there. That's a good block touch from the Police side. Again, shut down. Good block I think the setter didn't see where the shorter block was there. He could have sent that ball back to David Say in 4, but he sends it to Bulgaria in 2, and he's shut down there by Komakech and Martin. It's a good touch there from Igune. Wonderful play there from Martin. Igune goes with the setter on that ball, and Martin just has a free net and shuts that down.
I think Igune didn't read exactly where the setter is, because he's on backcourt right there, and you can see, like I mentioned earlier, when matching these two players is going to be hard for especially Igune, because Martin attacks a slightly higher ball, and you can see how he goes so high and is able to drill that ground. Of course, Vincent there with an air service, and I think that is good for Ndejje because their lead is again starting to stretch. And of course, thank you everyone who's joining us online. Alan Abak, I see you. Your comments, I see you. Solomon Orion, you're watching from Gulu, you're appreciating the commentary. Eduardo Emmanuel, you're saying good game, however, something needs to be done on both sides.
Yes, and Fairuz coming in with that big swing on that attack, and you can see Igune seemed to be a bit late on that block. Was he late, or maybe he left a little bit too much gap there, and Fairuz takes that advantage of that and goes through.
Vincent again goes to the libero this time round. David Say, and oh my.
I think that ball just
he didn't do anything, it just went off the ground, and look at that.
I think he was trying to go after the hands of Komakech, but he had one block.
Should have been able to get something out of that.
Yes. Oh, it's an unfortunate service for Vincent. That is an error, and he goes out. But he's given Ndejje a good service run in this early start. So they're starting up with a 4-point lead. It's a good start, really. And we see that Masaba is coming on the front court there. So that means Igune is going into service, and he's also a good server as well.
Yeah. And of course, he's going to go for Fairuzia or maybe the libero, but he has changed his mind to go towards one. And that ball goes through.
Yes, he goes through. I think he puts a little bit too much on that one, and the block is not able to handle it. But I would question, we are having Emma Kato starting on bench in these games, and we've seen him being that go-to player for Ndejje in the previous games. So maybe they are starting Komakech with a net defense. They are looking for that defense on the net, but he's not getting so many sets.
Martin, errors in service, and of course, going back to your point, I think Ndejje knows that Police is an attacking team. So I think in terms of defense, you're right, because Komakech combining with, of course, Martin there in the block has been helping them. It has been working, especially when those two are on front court. And you can see the ball, the attacks is also high, and literally this is a player you don't need even to maybe strategize to block. Just put your hands there and find it, because he's not that kind of player who has the basics. He's just going to go there and attack that high ball.
Yes, but we are seeing Police having early on the front court there and early on court. So they are starting him in this set, maybe to see how they can push. But they are calling a very early timeout here with that 5-point lead for Ndejje. And of course, being a set down, they need to find what to do as quickly as possible. Ndejje has just done wonderfully on the net defense. The service pressure is coming in, and Police is still seemingly just trying to catch up with the game. They've not yet settled in very well, and already one set has gone. The plan is not working for them. Whichever game plan they have, it's not working at the moment, and maybe they are looking to see how to make it work and quickly before Ndejje leaves them too far.
No, I really don't like saying this, but if a team like Police continues to play the way they are playing, they are going to lose this game 3-0, because we have given them, of course, that thinking that they are not warm, but the game is going. Look at the range now. Ndejje is playing smart. They know the team they are playing against is not warm. The players didn't warm, and the best thing they can do is try to stretch their lead, and they are doing it very well. And of course, their defense is very good. Adupa.
And Adupa misses. But Adupa has struggled so much on attack at the moment. We saw also in the first set he had some little bit of struggle. But I don't know if it's maybe some misconnection between him and the setter at the moment. I don't know. But you can see Police making that change, bringing on Hassan for Sharif.
Yeah,
maybe
it's called
they're going
Hassan
defense.
Odong. Yeah, his brother plays for Prisons. He's called Justin. He's an outside hitter. Now again, Adupa together with John Joel have failed to connect the second time, and he sends the ball the same direction.
I think that the ball seems a little bit low for Adupa.
Yeah.
Yes, you can see he's not having a full swing on it, and he's jumping quite high. So maybe the setter needs to see how to adjust for him a little bit.
Eli.
Another good service from Eli. And this time ball goes to Fairuz. And three-man block, and he is shut down. But I think as an attacker he has done his part.
Yes.
And that was left to the cover. But Komakech is just caught off guard.
Everyone goes in and Komakech is late and he tries to go there, but look at that. The ball comes where he has been.
Yes, he doesn't make an effort on that. And Police has now caught up almost. They're just 1 point behind.
Yeah.
And credit also to the service coming in. It's a good service coming in there from Eli, putting that service pressure on the receiver attackers. This time it's Vincent that gets it, and definitely that ball goes to Fairuz. And this time he is able to go through that three-man block and give Ndejje a break.
You see, Police is able to put that three-man block because they know the player on the backcourt in position 1 is not that trusted to be given that ball in case of an emergency set. If maybe John Joel wants to switch that ball back there, you may find Komakech may not be able to execute that ball, and now he's forced to pile Fairuz with all the balls.
Yes, that's a wonderful serve, and this time a good defense from Komakech. The setter struggles a bit on the net there, and Happy wants to set that. Komakech sends it over. It's a free ball. Backcourt, but it's not well executed. And the setter now goes for it. And Fairuz says that is how you go for a pipe attack. And he just puts a big swing on it. Good attack from him.
Yeah, I think that was a good set, of course. But the blockers had read, only that Johnny, I think, shifted a little bit more to the right there to join Escobar.
Good service once again, and this time Bulgaria just goes through and gets that point. And finally Police is able to get a side out, and it's a very, very early game. Of course, Ndejje having that advantage, that set advantage, and a 2-point lead.
Escobar
they seem to be
going for the service, and he goes for Fairuz again.
And it's an overpass.
Johnny off the hands of John Joel.
I think Johnny has stopped looking for the court.
Yes.
Surely. He's just going high off the hands there. You can even see the swing.
That's true. Now, Ndejje. Okay, I thought they were going to expose Komakech to receive, but now Fairuz is back to that position there. And Escobar is again going to try and look for him.
Yes, Escobar is going after the receiver attackers, whichever side they are. But I think
yes.
And Police has finally caught up with this game. Yes, Escobar is really putting that pressure on Fairuz, and I think they're trying to get him not to go for that pipe attack as well.
And now you can see the libero is trying to squeeze Fairuz. Escobar will come, and the libero tries to pick it. Vincent retrieve.
It's a backcourt for Eli, but he doesn't go through. He just makes an error and
yeah, that ball was quite low. I think it was quite low. Look at that.
Yes, and it seemed to be moving towards the position 4 side.
Yeah.
So he's unable to get it quite well. Adupa going into serve. He's a good server. And you can see he goes after John Paul there. But it's a good swing from Igune off the hands of Martin, and we are back level.
Yeah, I think Hassan has come on to do the simplest things. Put the ball where you're comfortable, and you can see now Igune is getting the ball and he's trying to commit Martin there. And of course, John Joel is going to do the same for Martin.
A good thing from Martin to be able to go through. He's having 2 blockers there jumping with him, but he still finds a way to get that ball through and get that point. And Ndejje back in the lead once again. Service from John Joel. Does he get the hands? No! He's unfortunately failed to get the hands there with that block of Komakech and Martin. Bulgaria doesn't get anything. That ball just went so high. And Ndejje trying to push their lead once again. John Paul once again high off the hands, and I think he's going to keep doing this until, because it's the only option he has right now. The blocks have been very good for the Ndejje side. They are very high.
And he's doing well. All the balls he has got, he has used the hands and he has scored. I think he has no opportunity right now to look for the court, and he's going for service now.
A good serve, but that's also a good pick from Happy, and definitely with such a pass, the setter doesn't think. He just puts that ball for Martin and he pounds it very hard.
Look at Igune's block again. You see, he wants to go up, but again he holds himself down and he's making it late for himself to go up there, and Martin is easily going to be scoring those balls if Igune continues to do that. Yes.
Canova pass, and Fairuz just sends it back with that big swing back to the police side, and Ndejje back to a 3-point lead, pushing that lead slowly by slowly. It seems like as though Fairuz was just waiting for that one. Again, good service from Vincent. This time, Ellie is able to go through and give police that side out, but it's a good swing from him, and that's the difference he's bringing to the team, giving them those side outs.
I think that ball was really soft. I don't know. Maybe Martin could have tried to put it back the other side of police, or even the libero trying to do something better than that.
Going after Fairuz again on the service, and it's a free ball.
Hassan, Eli.
Oh, sends that ball to Eli, and there's a high block for Eli on that side, and he's having Masava this side. I mean, Bulgaria. I feel maybe he could have just sent that ball. Yes, Fairuz is also quite a tall blocker, but wouldn't it be better to have your attacker going up against Fairuz than having to go up?
Of course, thinking wise, that was supposed to be the decision, but I see Hassan, ever since he came, he has struggling, like he has been struggling to back set. If you watch his games, his back sets are not that very okay, and I think he's trying to really do the easiest of the things. Put the ball in the middle, like put the pipe. Now you've seen Johnny, now put the ball out. His back sets are, I think, a bit challenging for him.
Yes, and he has decided to just go to set only forward balls. But again, the server's going after Fairuz here, and this time he makes that touch. Ball goes to him and brings it back. Good swing. Wonderful spike there from him. There's just too much heat on it that the libero can't keep it in play. And I think the setter read him quite well. He knew that his receiver has just received that ball and doesn't send it way outside, which gives him a good advantage. Service from Komakech. Eli dumps that one. Komakech is there waiting for it. And again, Fairuz off the hands of that 3-man block, and he gets that point. I think he's now just going hard.
Yes. He is the Jesus right now, and you can see
He's just risking that swing, going very hard, especially on that 3-man block there for him. Again, Komakech serves. Oh, it's a dump, and is it kept alive? No.
I think Komakech is trying to put the efforts, of course, to try and touch those balls, and you can really see a giant man is going down low to play that dumped ball there, but of course there's no one to help him, and that is very unfortunate on Komakech's side.
Yes, and it's a good service coming in from Eli. Ball goes to Komakech, and he swings just outside. But I think Police was caught off guard on that one. They didn't expect that ball to
I think
go to
that
him.
was a good decision, very good, because now the Police blockers are trying to commit so much to give Fairuz a 3-man block, and can see the switch from the setter was very good, only that I don't know how maybe Komakech didn't get that contact right.
Yes, and again, tough serve from Eli. Ball is kept alive. It's a free ball. Happy sends that very high. This time ball goes to John Paul, and there is no touch. He goes out. He's been trying to go for the hands, but this time he has that gap to go to the court, but he goes out.
And that error from Johnny, of course, now pushes Ndejje to 19 points against 16. Maybe he forgot this time around that he had no Komakech, but he had John Joel, and he was looking for those tall hands which he didn't get.
Oh, and we see Brian has also come on as well. I think this is what I was talking about. The players on the Police side seem to be a little bit late today with the warm-up, and of course there are crucial players also coming in late. And we see Brian has just come, and the setter just gives him that ball immediately. He receives, and the setter sends that ball to him. But of course, Ndejje has not done well on that free ball.
No, not at all. So Brian is now being introduced, and of course Hassan immediately gives him the first ball, and you could see that he just went and spinned it over. And they were so lucky to get away with that free ball they gave to Ndejje.
It's interesting in outdoor games, a player is allowed to be around before the end of the first set, and that is the advantage that Police was able to get.
Very good block from Igune, combining with Hassan, of course, there to bring down Vincent.
Yes, impressive block from Igune, really. And you can see Police is just 1 point behind. They have a big chance to catch up here, especially having Escobar there in the service zone. But this time Happy makes a very good touch. The setter looks for Adupa in that quick set. It's a free ball, but Brian tries to get a swing on it, and it's just an error from him.
Yeah, we talked about players being warm, and I think Police are getting to see that Brian is not warm. Look at his body language, and he wants to really go hard and swing that ball. It's an emergency set. He has gone high. He tries to swing, but of course now the ball goes direct to the middle of the net. And Ndejje are now 2 points ahead again, 20-18. An emergency set again to Brian. He's brought down. The ball is retrieved.
It's a free ball. Komakech picks that. Ball goes to Martin. It's a quick attack, but it's kept alive. And Police sending back a free ball to Ndejje. And this time ball goes to Fairuz. Again, it's a free ball. It's a good touch. Fairuz gets the set there. Vincent can only send back a free ball again. And Brian this time high off the hands. Oh, he didn't get them. That ball just goes out.
Yes.
I feel like he's just using these chances to maybe warm up
Yes.
for the next set, because you can see he seems to just be swinging. It's a good serve there, and Ndejje made a
that
service
is
substitution there.
quite a poor
That
set
is
from
Wafula.
Hassan.
Oh, lucky play there for Komakech. And Brian sends a free ball. Ndejje this time able to execute on that free ball through Martin, and getting another free ball again to Komakech. This time the free ball, they are unable to execute it. Free ball again. This time Martin decides to set that ball to the setter, John Joel, and it's an attack out. And there seemed to be some confusion there. Both Komakech seemed to be coming for that ball, but it seemed to be going to John Joel, and he just swings out. Police is going after the receiver attackers. This time they go after Vincent, but ball goes to Martin. Good swing from him, and he gets that side out quickly. And Ndejje is just looking for 3 to go away with this set as well.
Yeah, of course, John Joel is always going to find means and all possible ways to give that ball to Martin there, because he knows Igune is a shot blocker and he has no chance, of course, against Martin there. So every time they have a good reception, it's very obvious he's going to put that ball in the middle there. And now Hassan is just being obvious there. The ball doesn't quite get executed really well.
But of course, Brian going into serve, and Eli, who has been warming up in this set, coming on the front court, so maybe they have a better chance here with him. And we see Ezra also coming on for the first time in this set, and it's a wonder how Ezra was started outside and Escobar started on court. That's a service error from Brian. Clearly Brian has been a liability for Police in this set,
Yes.
rather than being that player that has been brought on to make a difference.
He has
for
no
them.
points, by the way. He has no points. All the balls they have given him, he has failed to score, and now he goes to service and ends up just putting it in the net.
Oh, it's a free ball there for Ndejje, and Fairuz, being on the front court, just pounds that ball. Very big swing from him, and it's set point for Ndejje. And having
of course
good
now
service.
you can see that is the best block Ndejje has on front court right now, and it's the one which has been doing all the defense in this game.
Yes, and having a good server as well,
Yeah.
Vincent. So they have a big chance here. And it's a good serve. You can see it's a little bit of a struggle. Free ball. Setter has no choice but to give that to Komakech. And yes,
Yes.
he finishes it off.
Good swing from the man Komakech, and now Ndejje 2 sets. Police, of course, still trailing with no set.
Yes, it's a wonderful play from Ndejje. They mean business, and like I said, they want to go away with 3 points here. But then, what is the Police strategy to be able to catch up? Because we see now they were introducing Brian, Eli, and now seeing Ezra as well. Maybe they are now intending to push and see how to get the third set. But I thought you can see the points at which they are finishing,
Yeah.
despite losing the set. So that means they still have more in them,
They
but they're
do.
not pushing enough, I guess.
Yeah, I think they really need to do a lot in the third set, because now we have at least seen all the late players have been introduced in this game, apart from, of course, Ezra, who has been around from point 1, and now we hope in the third set, of course, Brian steps up, and Eli as well. But of course, Eli I think he has done his part so far. He has played well. Maybe Brian needs to do more. He needs to really do more, and of course, try to get a set for his side.
Yes, let's wait for that set 3 and see how it will be. And of course, set 3 underway here. We see Brian starting this set and Ellie as well. And we are having John Paul on court as well. So that probably means Brian could be in opposite. But that's an error from him on that attack. It was not a block, it was an error from him. That ball was 4 touches. Good pick from Ellie. Oh, quick set, but that ball doesn't get on court from Escobar there.
I think that's a very tight angle for Escobar. And of course, Hassan should have done otherwise, but it was a good decision from him, though the angle was really too tight for Escobar. You could see him trying to fix it in that position one area, but he got some challenges there, and the ball goes out.
Yes, and Vincent sending in that free ball. But the setter sending that ball to Brian, and quick swing, and that is the first point that we are seeing coming in from Brian. It's a good attack from him. Yes, the block was nowhere near that one really. It was a perfect swing from him. Service there from John Paul, going after Fairuz. Martin, quick swing through the middle, and Escobar seems to be a little bit late on that one, and Martin just goes through. And
the libero should do much better, because you can see him is really flat-footed. That ball, I think any quick libero can play it back on court, and they can give it back to the opponent and try to defend. But the libero was caught off guard there.
Eli comes in hard, but he is shut down on that high block as well. Ndejje is having a good start as well in this set.
Yeah, I think Hassan, after setting, should be able to try and cover. Even Brian, you could see all of them are in the same line.
Good swing from Brian. Is it on? Yes. He gets that caught. Very good swing from him. Good attack. He's really seeming to have psyched up for this set. But let's see if maybe police could push and go away with it. Oh, it's an ace service from Escobar.
Escobar has really been doing police a very good job in terms of service there, and you can see he's trying to talk his teammates through the set there that you guys maybe you can do something in this game. Now you can see he has come out with an ace, and he's going back again at the same place, of course looking for Vincent.
This time the sets up for Market. Oh, Brian, he's shut down. I think that ball was very off system, and he tried to swing a little bit hard, but he is blocked. That seems to even have touched the net as well.
Yeah.
good service from Martin. It's an attack error from Eli, and just misses on that one.
Now Eli is going to be removed from the catch position there, and now Brian has come in exposed as well to try and maybe receive. So that's Eli maybe can try to give them a score.
Yeah, tough pick there. It's an overpass, and they set that ball to Fairuz. Good effort from Sharif there. Again, ball goes to Brian. This time he's blocked, but kept alive. It's another free ball on Ndejje's side, and the setter sets up Fairuz again through the block there, and he gets that point. I think Fairuz is quite enjoying himself this evening. He's bringing in those big swings, going very hard, and you can see he knows that the middle player is late and just takes that ball cross court.
I think Brian is really having a bad evening. He's struggling a lot, and you can see the police guys are trying to psych him up, maybe try to give him a lot of balls, but you can see there's nothing which is changing on the side of Brian there. He's really trying to struggle a lot.
Yes, and we've seen substitution being made there. Ezra has come on for Igune, and David Say has come on for Eli. Oh, Brian is shut down. I think Ndejje is just committing on him.
Yeah.
I feel they know those balls are going to go to him, especially now having Eli off court and having David Say back on. Those balls will really be going to Brian, and he is blocked.
Yeah, that
Good
was a
waiting
very,
there.
very tall and waiting block from Fairuz to bring down Brian.
Another good serve from Martin. Oh, it's an error from Ezra. But look at those points for Ndejje. It's another wonderful start for them. And
Yeah.
having 2 sets already, it's a good advantage for them. And also that demoralizes the police team more, because they are supposed to be chasing this set and taking it away for them to have a chance to play again and maybe push and get some points. But Ndejje has the lead.
The ball is going to be retrieved, yes.
Good effort. This time again, David Say. This time he's shut down. Combination there of Komakech and Adupa in the middle. Very, very wonderful block there. Wonderful net defense on the Ndejje side. They've had several blocks so far in this set.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's another block there from Ndejje and a net foul there on David Say. Let's take a look again. He makes a net touch as he tries to force that ball off the hands of Komakech.
Yeah, and of course police is going to bring back Sharif and arrest Hassan. I think he has started struggling there in the terms of sets, and of course now we need Sharif maybe with some kind of a fresh mind and maybe a better experienced one in that matter. But of course now you can see the lead has really widened for Ndejje. Now they have 11 points and 3 for police. We want to see what discussion this is all about. When they really come back, maybe something can change in this third set so far.
Brian now going in to serve for police side. Police still 7 points down. It's a set to Fairuz, but that's a good effort there from the libero Ouma. It's a block out there for Ndejje's side, and police once again being able to continue pushing and get back Brian into service there. Good play there from David Serie as well. Again, the servers going after Fairuz. You can see they are screening him there. But this time it's a good catch from him. Sets up a quick set for Adupa. He can only dump that one. Ball goes to Komakech. But is there a block touch there?
I think
the referee says there's a block touch there.
Yeah.
But maybe we shall be able to take a look once again and see if there's really a block touch. I felt like maybe there wasn't a block touch on that one. It's a good touch. David said it's time blocked by Joel alone. Brian, very good swing of Komakech there, and that ball just goes out. Very good swing from Brian. I think they didn't quite expect that swing from the backcourt. Oh my God, it's a wonderful spike, and it caught Komakech a little bit on the way out. It seemed to be an out ball, but he was just caught in the way a little bit. This time Fairuz struggling a little bit on that one, but being able to get a point.
Yeah, I think you can look at the block from Sharif there and Ezra. They kind of went so early that, of course, Fairuz didn't contact that ball with the intention of attacking it hard, and they had to come down with that ball.
Good service from Fairuz. A little bit of a struggle there for Sharif, but he's able to send it through and get that point. Yes, he takes advantage of Vincent there, and of course Adupa catching it on his way down as well makes it hard to keep it in play.
Yeah, and of course when you're going to block the ball with a setter, you need to be either the first on that ball, or you don't want to allow the setter to be the first on that ball, because believe me, if you're two people and the setter is one, it's going to throw you both down, and that is what Sharif just did to Vincent there. But of course Ndejje are continuing with their lead, and they are stretching slowly, and as it stands, if Ndejje wins, of course the 3 points are theirs to take.
Yes, but of course it's not over until it's over.
Yeah. That's not a good pass from Johnny.
Sets up Martin, and he just brings in the heat, and Escobar really hasn't blocked Martin. Actually, police has failed to stop Martin.
Yes.
So far.
The other time it was Igune, now it is Escobar exposed to Martin's way of attack, and he's really struggling also to bring him down there. He's really having a party. I think Martin and Fairuz on the Ndejje side are the ones who are enjoying this game the more.
They're both really making those points, and Martin most because he's not really being blocked. Is there block touch?
No, I don't
the
think.
referee says there's no touch on the block there, and they don't get that point.
Yeah, he should not even be complaining about that, because there is clearly no touch on that ball.
Yes, as we saw from that replay, the ball just touches the belt and goes out. And of course they give a yellow card. Of course we know it's because of Brian's reaction to the second referee.
And you can see he's still even complaining there after being warned by the referee. But of course, even us as players, we need to know our discipline on court, especially when we are playing and like a team in Police's, of course, quality. They know they have experienced players on that team, and now the discipline kicks in, and you can get disorganized just like that. And Johnny is failing to receive that service from Adupa.
It's a very good service, and getting an ace serve right now with the team having received a yellow card.
Yeah.
It just disturbs that momentum, and Ndejje now seemingly very close to the win of this set, and of course going away with 3 points. Again, good service from Adupa, but this time it's a little bit off, and Police gets that side out, still chasing 7 points.
Of course, now Sharif is going to serve, and Brian is on front court, and I believe he's really still pissed in whatever conversation he had in exchange with, of course, the second ref there, but that should not hold the team back. They need to maybe try and put in more effort and cover up that range, of course, which Ndejje has exposed.
Yes, oh, it's a
like
service error from Sharif. I feel like maybe Police may be unable to get back from this one.
Yeah, I think they are really, to me, I think that is the best they can do.
Yes,
just push the set until it ends.
Yes, Ndejje now making that double substitution. We see a Gift coming on for John Joel and Marial coming on for Vincent there.
It's called Marial?
Yes.
Marial, but of course we always have nicknames for ourselves. He is called Upper Nile. So when you're referring to him, try to use the name Upper Nile.
A good pick there. Sharif obviously sends that ball to Brian, but he can only dump. But either way, Police is able to win that duel on the net and get that point and get the side out as quick as possible. Let's see. I want to see the setting that on the Ndejje side,
yes,
how it's going to be, especially now having Gift coming on for the first time, because last weekend against Sporters he was not around. Tough play there for Marial, and it's a free ball. Whoa!
Big swing here from David Say. Of course, Upper Nile, my guy there, was not able to stop him. So Police are able to get that point with David Say. Very good swing towards the line there, and you can see really that was a powerful attack. Johnny goes at the libero. Now Gift to the set to Upper Nile, retrieved by Sharif. Now Johnny is going to give this to Brian, off the hands. Free ball to Ndejje side now. Good swing from Komakech there to give Ndejje that point. The blockers were not quite positioned well. Brian there with Escobar trying to stop Komakech there, but that was a good set from Gift. Can see the frustration in their faces after failing to block. David Say again goes very fast to the line and is able to go through clean from Komakech's side of the block there.
Yes, and you can see Police is trying to push. Of course, now still 6 points behind, but it's usually not over until it's over, as long as they don't give up. And now having Escobar in the service there. Oh, and it's unfortunate. It's a service error there from him. And back to that 7-point lead for Ndejje. And now Martin is going in to serve. We saw he was also bringing in that service pressure on Ndejje. And they are making a substitution here.
It's called Ponciano.
Yeah, substitution there for Ndejje. They are bringing Ponciano, Wareba. Oh, it's a block there from Fairuz, but they call a net touch.
Yes, I think I was also waiting for that decision from the refs, and you can see there was a really net foul there from Fairuz. And of course they are going to go for him now in service here, the Police side.
They've been going after him so much.
Yes.
Oh,
I think
wonderful
that's a very
play
good
there
set
from
Gift,
Komakech.
yeah. Good set from him.
Oh, he takes advantage of David Say's block.
Yes.
And you can see the frustration there from David Say.
Komakech with the service. Goes towards Johnny. And Sharif is not going to be able to play that ball. And now Ndejje are leading 22-14.
Yes, and Ndejje now really just looking for those 3 points to win this game and push themselves back into the winning zone.
Yeah.
Having been defeated by Sporters previously. But we see Police has now called another timeout to see how they can push again. I had hoped that maybe this set they could make a big difference, especially having Brian and Ellie starting. But I think maybe the Ndejje side is just too good on that defense today.
Yeah. And I think, of course, the Police players have tried to look for ways of scoring, but it's only, I think, Johnny who has been able to go through the hands of Martin there and Komakech, and slightly just a few seconds ago we saw David Say also going through those hands. I think they are better off attacking quicker balls than those high balls they want to attack. Komakech with the service again. Sharif on the set. That ball is blocked by Gift. Very good block from Gift there, back to the sender as we call it. He was alone with David Say and he blocks that ball really quite well.
Wonderful block,
Yes.
and it's from the setter,
From
one
the
on
setter,
one.
yes.
Really impressive play from Gift there. It's another good serve there from Komakech, and it's a free ball for Ndejje, picked by the libero there. Oh, the setter tries to go for the backcourt but doesn't quite get it. And this time, David Say is able to get that point. But you can see the blocker was there really.
Yeah, he really
He's
positioned
there.
himself well.
Now David Say serving. It's a touch there. Setter sends up a quick set in the middle, but it's a free ball. John Paul sends that dump, and Police is able to get that point. I think Police is trying to push themselves to the very end, despite not presenting themselves with a wonderful play today, but they are still pushing. Komakech comes in very hard, big swing, and he gets that point, and it's match point for Ndejje.
Yes, very big swing from Komakech. You could see him really go up there and go through the hands of Johnny, and he finds David Say flat-footed there. He could not retrieve that ball back to the area of play, and now of course setting up that match point for Team Ndejje.
Oh, and John Paul saves that first match point for his team. You can see he takes advantage of the setter's block there. He knows he's having the setter blocking him. Now substitution is coming in for Ezra, and they are making a substitution here. We are seeing.
Yeah, it's called Musa Odoi.
Yeah, he's coming on in the middle there, and of course Igune is coming on for Ezra to serve.
Yeah.
Good service from Igune. Ndejje just needs one, and they get it.
Yeah.
And that is the end of it. Ndejje just gets away with 3 points here against Police, and I think they really deserve those 3 points. They put up a fight. Great defenses from him. They've had a wonderful evening, especially coming in from Martin and and Fairuz, they've really enjoyed this evening. Good play from Ndejje. The net defense was just impressive, and I think also Komakech has had a wonderful evening. I think this is the best of his plays we have seen so far this season.
Yeah, I think Komakech has come out of the hiding and he has really done a good job. Of course, credit goes to John Joel, the setter, and of course Martin, the man in the middle, and Fairuz. I think Fairuz for me was the man of the game in terms of play, and of course hard luck to Police. Like I said earlier on, warming of course is very key, and discipline as well is also key. And you could see from the onset how Ndejje started this game. They were really looking for the 3 points, and credit to them. They have really played as a team. Of course, without Emma Kato stepping on court, Ronald Tosi stepping on court, they have managed to play the best game today. And I'm very happy that I've been here with you and of course watch this game live. And I think Police needs to do a lot of revision if they are really going to get points from this league so far.
Yes, and of course tomorrow we shall be with you once again at MTN Arena Lugogo, and of course we are going to be having KCCA ladies going up against Elion, and then later on we shall have the big game which you have to be here for, and that is Nemo Stars versus Elion, and I know so many people are waiting to see that matchup, so please be there. That will be at 4 p.m. At MTN Arena Lugogo, and we shall also be with you here online on the Sports Volleyball Club channel. So tune in, guys, and watch, and it's been a wonderful evening here. Thank you for joining me here, Moses, and of course those who are watching as well. Thank you for being here with us and keeping us company and enjoying this game with us as well. Yes, so we shall see you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Please be here. If you're not online, please be with us there at MTN Arena Lugogo. And of course, credit to our media team as well that have brought these games of today to your screens. Thank you so much as well. Have a lovely evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye-bye.